because that would only be able, if you look at the cost of infrastructure, and this is subsidized housing that we're basically providing to people, the cost of the infrastructure is very, very high. So the $20 billion this year alone, we've assigned over $50 billion for housing infrastructure to prepare these new schemes, etc. Only $20 billion will come from this loan, of that. But that is what it goes towards, helping people to own a home. The other $50 million will be to finance the bridge in Linden, and that would be $35 million, and plus then for the bridge itself, and then probably another $7-8 million for civil works to build the roads leading out of the area on both sides, the approaches, etc. That's what we borrow for. We're borrowing to the gas to energy project so that we can bring electricity prices down, solve the electricity problem. We can then provide cooking gas for the country at probably half of the price. Solving a problem, and the project pays back for itself over the long run. So although you take the debt now, you pay back for it from the project itself. We're borrowing for 12 hospitals that will make sure that our people now, that they can expand health care to our people right across the country and at a higher quality level. We borrowed for the bridge across the Demerara River because that bridge would change the whole dynamics of these two regions, which are the most populous regions. Where he is, or a partisan talking about the procurement and how, imagine partisan charge now. I had re-examined if a person like that could even have the gumption of talking about his charge now on numerous occasions, and many for his own benefit. So this is the AFC press conference. That was what they were talking about, economy. And imagine the country having to listen to that sort of thing. So that's what I want people to understand. That clearly you're going to have a lot of things that sound plausible. And for them, it's just sound bites. Oh, the PPP borrowing too much, because every time the loan is contracted, it's in the newspapers. But that loan is contracted. So the AFC, after the president's press conference, Kaichoro News again had this thing. The management structure for the oil sector remains a mystery. And talking about the framework. And for me, we have given more clarity than any government, well, APNU, has ever given in one day about the framework than APNU had given in 5 years. And we made it clear what this framework is. Now, the framework includes all of the things we have done already, the NRF amendment, the local content law, the new PSA that we've just finalized the petroleum activities bill, the auction, future auction, the strengthening of the EPA permits. So we made it clear that in the absence, a commission is not necessarily the governance structure. We have given it clearly how we will manage this industry now and the framework we're creating. A petroleum commission, some countries don't have petroleum commissions. We've made a commitment that sometime in the future we will put in place a petroleum commission. But for the countries that don't have petroleum commissions and have oil and gas sector, they still have management frameworks in place, and we have a clear management framework commission which in the future we will put in place. That's as clear as daylight. As clear as daylight. And so that is what we will pursue at this time. That's the management framework, strengthening the ministry, addressing this sector. So that too, again, gets converted because of the government's position that the Petroleum Commission shall come in later, not now, that somehow we don't have a structure for managing the sector. That's absolutely untrue. We have a structure for managing the sector, and we have done well in this regard by putting in place the framework and the assessments, licensing, everything else. So I just wanted to kill that little today I have Parliament, so I didn't want to go on for much longer. Again, the rumor mills, I saw this thing about how for almost an entire week, so the others. So Burke is now selling real estate in Guyana. In fact, a group of people contacted me, Afro-Guyanese, that he is trying to sell out their property. We saw that with Christopher Jones one time when he got the land in the back road area that displaced a family, an Afro-Guyanese family that was living there for over 20 years, and the Lands and Survey gave him the land. Well, so too, Burke